Unfortunately, there's no good news in the market. Yesterday, Trump made the decision to increase tariffs on Mexico, China, and Canada. This was seen as highly unfavorable in the market, and they began to fall. Canada has levied the steepest tariffs of all. Why 25%? Could it be because Canada refused to join the SA? Or is there some other reason I'm unaware of? Tariffs against China have been raised by 10%. Against Mexico. 15. Did I put myself out there somewhere? On Twitter. And against Canada, 25. We are against Mexico. It is clear from immigration. It is also understandable against China. There are trade wars against Canada. This was kind of a surprise to me. Overall, the market's dipped, but now the weekend is here. On Monday at SME, we will have a gathering event. Back. What are we doing here in theory? I recommend setting the stop loss at break even on Ethereum. In other words, you shouldn't incur a loss here. We did make a profit, although it didn't pan out. What do I do next? I was exposed to the deferred arbor long. 29, 24, and 23 of respectively. We have support at this level. You can consider buying more. Start with sums like 30, 45. Yesterday, I went to the cinema with my family, did some shopping, and I didn't manage to close at break even as I didn't expose Augur. However, I've now postponed the stop loss and made it there. Well, we could have closed a lot yesterday. Well, I didn't because here we are again, as if I would buy here again. At 10 instances, 2 and 3. Shopping, I think we'll be back next week anyway, kind of. Well, at least to the upper boundary of this wedge. At most, I think now we'll see where we've been when the family closed. So she was 31 years old. It was closing. We were here for 3,000. This is the area we are in next week. In theory, we will return. Well, in general, even if Trump is such a person, we will have such things happen quite often because I traded even before his term. Well, really, I traded oil in the urgent market. But he does such things quite often. He will have a lot of fun all these 4 years, and no matter how much technical analysis can there, it is clear that he will not work here. You can't crowd how much to draw levels of some figures of technical analysis and so on, but one statement by Trump can, as it were, go one way or the other. That's everything. Completely obliterate ours. Ideas. But it's okay no matter what happens, as long as we continue to work diligently. So, alright, when it comes to Ethereum, here's what we have for Bitcoin in detail. Regarding Bitcoin, the position when I collected many pictures on Friday was also not very good. We failed, as it were. I am going to purchase Mara for this wedge right here for 96,565. About him that at this point, at least on the weekend, we should stop if we get there at all. And therefore, if we descend lower, this is where we stand. The other wedge is old, meaning we'll dial 91, 337, and 87 to 600 at this precise point. Assuming we arrive there
Я
normally,
думаю, что на выходных мы где-то
minimum,
это вот здесь, то есть
God forbid,
дойдем.
something like that. Of course, we have Aussie zones.
Опять.
Is he putting it away somewhere? On the spot portfolio?
У меня там. Ну,
Turn on the cartoon season waiting? I think a year. However, it hasn't come yet. But all this will happen. I think it's unexpected.
не знаю, каких-то.
In the news,
Или просто
as if just like that.
посмотрим.
Well, so far everyone from altcoin is being dropped off very harshly. Please stay connected and subscribe to our YouTube and Telegram channel. Maybe it's worth considering us as short-term deals. Well, that is, don't wait for big movements there, as they waited for Ethereum, but they could be fixed here, and for that position, there would be a profit of order there. 120 to 130%. If we fix here and now, the position wouldn't hold. Well, it's hard to predict here. Everything will happen as it should.
Поэтому
Perhaps return to shorter term trades and select those movements rather than waiting, in the hope of achieving something significant but ending up with nothing. Well, it happens that this particular market situation is unavoidable. Alright then everyone, until we meet again tomorrow, there will be another day and we will see what happens.